Any update on Omar Brown?
Omar is still in Indianapolis, and then hopefully he'll be released tomorrow.
Are they just being sure that there's nothing serious wrong with them, or is there some?
Well, this is long, so I mean that's a pretty serious thing. But he's showing a lot of improvement, so that's a positive.
What did he, obviously we don't know about the family night, but just kind of in the grand picture of his training camp, what did he show you over these last few weeks?
Who, Omar?
Yeah, Omar.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good things. And I mean, he's made plays, certainly on the ball. He's contributed on defense as well, and I think he's shown a lot of toughness. I mean, he got hurt on the first kickoff of the second half, and he played like 12 minutes in that third quarter before he went out of the game with obviously a pretty significant injury. So I think that says a lot about the guy just in terms of how tough he is.
Matt, what did you find out about Marshawn Lloyd after you got back?
Yeah, he's going to miss some time. So another a hamstring.
Is it, when you look at the bad luck he's had, I'm not sure I've seen a guy have it as bad as him. What do you make of it?
Yeah, it's been, I mean, there's nothing, I don't know what to make of it other than the fact that he's had to fight through a lot of adversity, and, you know, hopefully he can rebound from this and we can get him back at some point in time. Because he certainly has shown a skill set and a playmaking ability, because that was a heck of a play. It was a great throw, a really nice catch, but it's just unfortunate.
You said about Evan in the offseason that he needed to take better care of his body, and he took that to heart and seems to have followed that. Is there anything that Marshawn could be doing that is not happening, or is it just terrible luck?
I mean, those are my questions to our medical staff all the time. Is there anything else that we could be doing or he should be doing? He's in great shape. It's just I think you got to chuck it up to some bad luck.
So you think he'll probably be down to start the season? Like he probably won't be ready week one?
I can't tell you that far ahead.
Aaron Sorrell update, do you have anything on him?
He will be missing some time as well.
What have you liked out of Omar? And obviously, you know, we had 2 touchdowns in the first 2 preseason games. It can look good, but just about the process and working through it.
He's done a nice job. We've given the opportunities, shown the ability to make people miss in space. So I've been pleased with him.
Now, what kind of spark do you think Israel gave you last night, too, coming out of the halftime with what he did on the ground?
Yeah, he did a really nice job, not only on offense, but as a returner as well. So Izzy's put 2 solid performances back-to-back, and he's got to build upon that.
What is the plan for Jordan this week?
Hopefully get him back in some capacity into practice. We kind of just went through everything. We're going to alter some things to allow him to get involved, do my favorite 7-on-7 that I absolutely despise, but in some instances it's good. So I'd rather have him do that than just throw on air. So we'll incorporate some 7-on-7 into practice.
What is your actual practice schedule this week? What days are you going? We don't have it yet.
Oh, you don't?
We do not.
Oh, okay. That's a damn shame. So tomorrow we're gonna have it'll be closed tomorrow. We're kind of working through what I had wanted to do, and then after getting the list of our injury report and what we can do might be 2 different things. So we're going to work through that after this press conference, and but the goal would be to be in pads on Tuesday, and then walk through Wednesday, and then have a really good practice for Seattle on Thursday.
So you'd like to get him out there tomorrow or later in the week to throw?
I would love to get him out there tomorrow. We'll see how he's doing.
When you look back at the film from yesterday, what you like specifically in the second half about the way you guys played?
Well, it was much cleaner. There wasn't as many self-inflicted wounds. I thought our guys for the duration of the game, they battled, and I never thought it was like a lack of effort in any phase of ball. Our guys were competing, and that's what you really ultimately want to see. Now, there's a lot of things that mentally we got to do a lot better, and some of the communication things that we got to clean up. But I loved how our guys competed. They kept playing. You're kind of your back's against the wall when you're down 13-0, and just to be able to come back and compete. I thought just when they were playing their starters, I thought our guys did on both, and really every phase did a really nice job as well. Offensively, we were able to move the ball. Defensively, we got we got a good stop, and then held them to 3 down in the red area. I thought our red area defense was solid. So I think there was a lot to like, and also a lot to learn from, and just in terms of being dialed in, focused, just basic details of the game of football itself, and then certainly within their respective rooms, just the detail of which you got to play the game, the fundamentals, and all that, and just being able to take what you practice all week, and it's got to translate to game day. And I think that's always an important lesson for a lot of these young players.
Matt, for Isaiah Simmons, played quite a bit in that last game. What do you want to see from him just moving forward before the season gets here?
Well, I mean, we all see what kind of he's a unbelievable athlete. I think it's just, again, getting more used to playing behind the ball, and it's really, as with most players, it's the level of consistency that you can go out there and play each play, because I think he's done a lot of good things, and then there's some things that we absolutely need to clean up.
What'd you learn about Elgersma with the amount of time he played? And you've obviously had Sean here for a while. What did you think of what you got from him?
Yeah, Taylor, he likes contact, obviously. He wasn't about to slide. I saw him pushing the pile on a Mars touchdown run. So he's got to learn to be a little bit smarter, I would say, in that regard. I think there was some really good moments that he had in showing the ability to progress, and then there was a couple that he forced in there. And, I mean, the touchdown to Ben Sims that didn't count, we can't throw that ball. And then he had the one that got picked off, that got called back for a face mask. You can't throw that ball. So I think for his first, I would call it his extended action, I thought there was some really good moments, and then also some things that you have to learn from. But he's still getting used to the field dimensions out there from Canada.
I'm sorry, what did you think of Sean, too? What did he?
Yeah, Sean went in and did what he had to do. I mean, he led us down on a touchdown drive and used his legs and in some critical moments. A fourth down scramble, and obviously the touchdown run when we were running the keeper. So I thought there were some good things there.
When Rashid, gets fully back into team stuff, is left tackle still his job, or have you seen enough from Jordan where it's still an actual competition?
Oh, it's 100% a competition. I think Jordan's put a lot of good stuff on tape.
Going back to the quarterbacks, there's some big roster moves coming up here in about 9 days. What are you looking for in that third quarterback position?
Somebody who can command the offense, and you want somebody that you can develop into, hopefully, a guy that can play for you someday. So, it's just, you want to see that level of consistency that within every position, but in particular the quarterback position, that's so critical to the success of the offense. So I think that's what we're trying to hunt.
With Julian Hicks and Cornelius Johnson beyond the plays yesterday, what have you seen from them the last few weeks, their body of work in camp?
Yeah, I thought both those guys put a really strong performances yesterday. I really liked how they competed. You watched it in every phase, whether it's in the run game or the pass game. Obviously, Hicks had a couple catches, the key catches that got called back for penalties. CJ made some critical plays on that. I mean, that fourth down catch was a pretty nice catch on the inside slant. So I thought I was proud of both those guys. They've shown a lot of growth and a lot of improvement, I would say, from even the start of training camp to where we're at right now.
Going back to Matt's offensive line question, obviously you want to have some chemistry at some point. How challenging is it going to be for you if you still have a competition left tackle, which maybe therefore might impact another position for you?
I think we'll be all right.
Is there enough time with?
There's never enough time, Bill.
Ahead of Thursday, what's your relationship with Mike McDonald? If you have one or not really?
Yeah, I've gotten to know Mike a little bit, I would say, over the last year or so. A guy that I have a lot of respect for, just for what he was able to accomplish as a coordinator and as a position coach. And then the job he did last year, I thought he did a fantastic job. So he's an easy guy to talk to. He's a ball guy. But yeah, I really like him.
Have you had much conversation about Thursday's practice yet, or does that happen this
No, I'm going to call him later this afternoon.
Matt, when we asked Goody about Welch last year at the end of camp after he got cut, he basically said, look, there were a bunch of guys that deserved to be on the team that didn't. I assume he felt that way about Christian. What's the value in having a guy like that on your team, and what have you seen from him now that he's been back so far?
Yeah, he's done a lot of good things. Certainly his value is just his ability to go out and do a lot of things in terms of on special teams. He's a four-phase guy. And then he's got enough experience at linebacker that if you need to fill a hole, he can fill any of those three spots.
Are Reed or Wicks going to be ready for week 1, do you think?
I sure hope so.
Now, what did you think of the way Belton responded to the way he played in the first half and you getting after him a little bit?
Yeah, I just think I don't want to put it all on him. On some of those alignment things, like the guard's got to move up because he's putting his post foot off the guard's post foot. So we got to scoot our guard up, and then there's certain things. I love his demeanor, his play style, and I mean he's a second effort guy. You see him pushing piles. I think the one play where he gets a personal foul, he's got to be smarter in that situation, whether it was before the whistle or after the whistle. That's an illegal play regardless because you're hitting somebody in the back. So as far as his demeanor, his play style, the mentality that he's going out there, I love what he's all about. There's some things that we got to clean up from a technique standpoint to get him to play to the level I know he's capable of playing. I think he's a really talented guy, and we got to refine some of the mechanics of how he plays the game because he's got a ton of potential.
Two more, please. Do you feel like Malik Willis, from what you've seen, has he continued to grow in this offense? I know that the offensive output in terms of his scoring probably hasn't been there in the preseason, but do you feel like he has grown from what you've seen?
Absolutely. I think, you look at the first drive, he took us right down the field, had the great play on 4th and 5. So I thought there was a lot to like. He hits Hicks on a big reception that gets called back for a holding. We would have been in scoring position on that drive as well. So I think there's a lot to like with what he did. Was it perfect? No, but it rarely ever is. I think he can improve on some of the things that we may have missed in the game, but all in all, the only play I wasn't real fired up about is when we tried to force a ball on a corner route to Fitzpatrick, where there's a defender obviously in that vicinity. It almost gets picked off. I just wish you see him read with his feet and check that ball down, because that was the only play that was there to be made. But I thought there was a lot of great things that you cannot coach, like his escapability and his ability to avoid a couple of those sacks. We're 3rd and long. I can't remember, was it Latu or somebody had him basically in the grasp, and he's able to spin out of it. And I know we didn't complete the ball to Mecole, but he's able to avoid and get out of the pocket. That's what you love about the guy. You can't coach that stuff. That is just his ability, and I was just really impressed with his. For the most part, I thought he played pretty decisive in the game in regards to what he wanted to do, and when he took off, he went.
I know the game doesn't count in the standings, and it's probably Shane who's a little more ticked off or confused today, but what did you make of the final play that they had?
Great call. I don't know. I was as confused as anybody out there. So I haven't seen many like that. But I don't know. I still when I watched it last night, I was like, is it a catch? Is it not a catch? I don't know.